And that's the reason why you need to work with people who are going to look out for your best interest. Vet people. Talk to people who you know that are not going to take advantage of you. So that's extremely important as you are. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow, because we're going to have a training tomorrow with the gym masterclass where I'm going to do a deep dive into you understanding your home loans and interest rates and really break that thing down so that you can get the best rates possible, so that you can get the best interest rate and payment. What does that look like? How does that work? We're going to talk about it. So I'm not going to get real surgical today. I'm going to talk about, the feds and reduction of interest rates and what that looks like. But tomorrow in the gym masterclass, which is free, if you go to gymmasterclass.com, it's absolutely free. This is what I do. This is my give back. If you go to gymmasterclass.com and register, I'm going to be doing that training tomorrow at 12 Eastern, 9 Pacific, absolutely free, and break it down to you so that you really understand how all this stuff works. All this stuff goes hand in hand, though, and it relates to your wealth building. Okay, so I got ahead of myself. I want you to put in where you're watching from. I see Miss Etheline. What's up, Etheline? Etheline was in my B1 real estate mastery training. I do that as well. I teach people how to become real estate investors. So what's up? I see you, Joyce. This is your first time. That's what's up. Welcome, 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 everybody. Finally, before I get started, I know I haven't even got started yet, but I got so much. I get excited about this. Real estate. I took a couple of years off just because I had been doing it for 20 plus years, and I just was burnt out. And so last year I said, you know what, let me get back to doing what I love to do, and it's something that I'm really, really good at, and it's something that I think I have something, and me and my team, we have something. The way we do real estate, we do it very differently at Catalyst Real Estate, but we do it, and the world really needs it, and so. I just want to be able to give back and really help people in a meaningful way. And so that's why I get really excited about this. But what was I going to say? Oh, so if you are a Black-owned business or of a Black-owned business, we need to put their information in the chat, because I'll not just want you to know Black-owned businesses, but I want you to patronize. I mentioned in the year 2053, they said that wealth is going to be a zero for Black people. Real estate is one of the number one ways to build wealth, but ownership is also as well. And I don't know if you know, but less than 3% of businesses in Black communities are Black owned. So when we talk about practicing collective economics, because I talk about that all the time, a lot of times we're unable to practice collective economics because we don't have businesses to do business with. About 10 years, Killer Mike, the rapper, he said, I'm doing a month where I want to do business with Black people. And it was one of the hardest things he'd ever done. It was a social experiment that he did, but he couldn't find a Black business to do business with every single day. So sometimes he found himself sleeping on a bench because there was no Black-owned hotels. Somebody said, and you can agree or not agree, but I'm just going to say what somebody said. They said integration was the worst thing that could have happened to Black people. Why? Because before integration, we couldn't go to other people's hotels. So what do we have to do? We had to have our own hotels. So you had more ownership. We couldn't go to white restaurants. So then we had to start our own restaurants, and Black folks were doing good. But the moment that we no longer had to do business with each other, we stopped doing business with each other, and we thought the white man's ice was colder.